Ancient Warriors, Legacies of Olympus, Episode 9.
Who was Hades?
Previously on Ancient Warriors, Legacies of Olympus. Zeus disappears between all of them. The warriors are left with Hades, Medusa, and Cal.
Another war. Here we go again.
I guess we'll speak with you now. Look, either you talk to us, or you figure it out yourselves.
Yeah, do you think we're right?
Okay. You're right, Uncle Hades. Zeus has been the true villain all along. Now we need to destroy him. We're with you.
Good. Follow me.
Where are we going?
The underworld.
Hades, Medusa, Cal, and the gang head to the underworld. The gang looks at each other really scared.
How do we know working with Hades is safe?
We don't. But what choice do we have? Either we die a painful death, or work with someone who may be able to defeat King of the Gods. Which would you prefer? We need to work with Hades.
I agree with Abby. We don't have much of a choice. Hades is our only choice in surviving.
We're in the end game now.
They arrive at the gates of hell. Hades looks at them.
Once you step behind these gates, there's no turning back.
Hades, Cal, Medusa, and the gang walk into hell. End of Part 3. Exterior, Hades' throne room. The warriors are now walking around the underworld to see what it all looks like. Hades and Medusa are talking to each other in a corner.
How am I supposed to explain my life to some teenagers? They're not going to understand what I've been through.
Dad, come on. This is your story. This is your time. You've always been under Uncle Zeus's shadow. It's time for you to rise up.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Ivy shouts at Hades and Medusa.
Are you guys done yet? Because by my calculations, y'all should have been done plotting 20 minutes ago.
Why don't we make Pinky shut up?
Enough.
All the bickering stops.
Either we all keep fighting, or we let Zeus win. My father doesn't deserve to win this war. Now, obviously, Hades has some information he needs to share with us. You all may think it's important, but unless we all want to die, we need to figure out why Zeus is doing this, and our best shot is getting that info from Hades. Got it?
Got it.
All right, Uncle. The floor is yours.
Well, first things first. Let me clear the air and welcome you to my domain. Welcome to the underworld.
Silence as everyone just stares at Hades posing, arms held high.
Dad, this is awkward.
Lighten up, people. It's not like you're dead. Only surrounded by the dead.
More awkward silence.
Okay, fine. Let's get to business. I usually am just looking to destroy Zeus's little mindless warriors, but I knew right away you were all different. You reminded me of who I once was.
What? A heartless jerk who wants to ruin everything?
Alex, I understand your distrust after what I put you all through, but you will soon understand. Please come and follow me.
Hades leads everyone to a far-off wall.
Abby, I think your uncle has lost it. This is a wall.
Oh, so much yet to learn, young Anthony.
Hades traces the symbol of Cerberus and pushes the wall, revealing a large room with a dull flame in the center.
Whoa, what? I have leaned against that wall for hundreds of years, and now you tell me this whole room was back here?
Forgive me, my child. I had to keep secrets even from you. This is the Hall of the Lost. Memories, hearts, minds, souls, trinkets, you name it. They all end up here until I'm able to piece them back together so that they can finally move on. And here's where you will all learn the truth. But first, let us go back. Back to the beginning when this war first began.
The dim flame begins to burn bright.
Many centuries ago, the world was at peace, but our father Cronus wanted more. One day I heard him talking about challenging the other gods for their power. His greed grew, and so did the darkness in his heart. I knew I had to stop him, not only for me, but for the world of mortals. With the help of Zeus, we defeated our father once and for all. But in doing so, a darker beast was born. Death.
Death? You mean you created your own job? Thanks a lot, Hades.
It's not what you think. With death being born into our world, so did our father's true plan. He wanted to destroy everything and start anew. The other gods were dealing with their own issues, so they couldn't help. I pleaded with the gods of other realms until I came back to my brother Zeus. But there was no way to reverse the evil.
Okay, but what does this have to do with anything? You're not making sense.
I swear, you are all so impatient. Now back to the story. With death running rampant, souls had nowhere to go, thus we decided a plan had to go into effect. One of us had to rule the gods of Olympus, and one had to create a space to protect the souls. Little did I know, that meant whoever took that role must also control death. I was tricked by Zeus, and he didn't want to deal with mortal souls.
Tricked you how?
He knew that in order to rule the souls, you could not stay on Olympus without causing it to fall apart. So in the dead of night, we were discussing the matter of the world when he found out of my other secret. The one I fell in love with was immortal.
At this moment, the flames begin to swirl and show memories of that night.
Hades, you know we need to make a decision about the world. Father made sure this cruel fate would not be easy.
I know, but it pains me knowing in the end one of us will lose who we love.
What does that mean? Did you fall for a mortal? You are a god. Gods are above mortals. She cannot be like us. He? Are you mad? How? What? Why? No, I forbid it.
Forbid me from loving who I want? This coming from the god who cannot keep it in his pants and had children all over the place? You don't control me.
You will obey and stay in your place.
And everybody calls me the hothead? Zeus, I'm done arguing, and my mind is set.
Zeus begins to realize he has to act now, or else Hades might take the throne.
You're right. Let's have a toast to your everlasting happiness.
Okay.
Both take a drink, but Hades realizes the drink is poisoned and spits it out.
Are you mad? Why do I feel weak? All of a sudden.
Hades falls to his knees.
You will not be taking the throne from me. You will not be with a mortal. I will end this madness now. I call upon the light of Olympus. Strike down my brother and stop his madness.
Unknown to Zeus, Apollon was hiding and heard this all.
No! I will not let you hurt him.
Too late, you fool. It's time to end this.
Lightning is heading to Hades, but Apollon gets in the way and gets struck through the heart while Hades' right eye is struck.
No! Apollon! Ah! My eye! Why would you do this?
It's okay, Hades. I'll be okay. I love you. Please, do not hate your brother. He...
No. Please, don't leave me. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you here, please.
Taking advantage of this, Zeus pulls out an orb where death was captured in.
You heard him, Death. I command you to bind yourself to him and leave this realm.
Death begins to leave the orb and enter Hades through his scarred eye, causing Hades to vanish.
Wait, I won? Of course, I won. I am the king of the...
Dark flames begin to burn up through the ground.
Wrong. I may be fused with death, but you will not be king of anything.
Zeus begins to look for the orb to lock Hades away.
What? Where is it?
You mean this? You gave me an idea, and I think you need to be locked away, brother.
Hades, no. Do not be like him.
Be quiet, you piece of mortal trash.
Zeus strikes Apollon with more lightning. Hades, thinking quickly, uses the orb to absorb Apollon into it, save his last breath.
You'll pay dearly for this, Zeus.
Olympus begins to rumble as the power of death begins to take hold of Hades, and at the moment, little Abigail stumbles in, half awake.
Dad, what's going on? I'm scared. Everything's shaking.
Come here, little one.
Hades taking full control again, seeing Zeus is trying to use her as a shield.
I won't let you win, but my vengeance can wait. You will pay for this.
Hades vanishes in flames and reappeared in the newly created underworld.
I'm so sorry, Apollon. This was not supposed to happen. Now you're trapped and I can't even get you out without you dying. I may now control death. But how can I save you from it? Save you from me.
The flames return to normal and the warriors are shocked.
But how? I don't remember this.
I did tell you it was the Hall of the Lost. I removed these memories from your mind. You were too young to understand.
You had no right.
Abby, just take a deep breath, okay? This is a lot for us to take in. He was just protecting you.
Oh, so you're on his side now? Who can I even trust anymore?
Emily appears in the hall.
You can trust me.
Mom?
Hi, Abigail.
Abigail turns to Hades.
You did this.
I am king of the underworld, of course. I did this. But you know, I can always take her away again.
Hades makes Emily disappear. Abigail is getting ready to attack Hades when Anthony and Marco hold Abigail back.
You started this. This is all your fault. This is why my family doesn't belong.
Abby, just listen to me. I know it's hard, but allow Hades to tell his side of the story. We may not want to listen, and I know you are in denial about a bunch of things. But if we want to stop Zeus, it is our only chance.
But my mom, Crow, my family.
And the only way to figure out the reason why this is all happening is Hades.
Okay.
Abigail hugs Anthony tightly. Meanwhile, on Mount Olympus, Zeus is pacing back and forth, talking to himself.
Where in the world are my warriors? They should be by my side. They are mine. The world is mine. Oh, but maybe they need some convincing. That damn Hades is always getting in my way and in my father's way. Do not worry, Dad. I would have taken everything away. Your vision was too small. You wanted a universe, but I can see beyond all that. It is time to show them what I can really do. Maybe I should have a little fun with them.
Zeus puts Marco and Samantha under a spell. Footsteps begin to echo around the throne room.
So you are all finally awake? It is time to destroy my brother and his underworld.
Dark versions of the warriors stood there, motionless, waiting for their command. The dark versions of the warriors step forward and de-shift. They appear to be evil versions of all of the warriors.
What is your wish, Master?
Go and destroy the warriors. Have a little fun with them. I mean, you are all the dark versions of them.
This will be a piece of cake.
Are we sure?
They're gods. We'll turn them into dust.
Let's take out these suckers.
Back in the underworld.
Abby, listen to Red Boy over there.
His name is Anthony.
Yep, you have your mother's temper.
You have no right to speak of her.
Okay, listen. Your mom is here as a favor to me. She's my...
What, your slave?
Enough. Shut it. I'm getting sick and tired of this. Your dad is a murderer, and even your mother felt his wrath. Why do you think she's down here? He did this to her, and I found her wandering the Hall of the Lost. It turns out that it wasn't just Apollon who lost his life that night. Your mother heard it all and faced your father. He knew too much was at stake and took her from you. I'm sorry, Abby. Here's your mother. She can tell you herself.
Hades, I told you. I hate it when you pull that invisible trick. But it is true, Abby. Your father was scared I would tell the other gods what he did, and... Well, as you can see, here I am.
But why are you just appearing now? I've cried so much missing you and wanted to talk with you. Mom, I'm so sorry Dad did this to you. And just...
I know. I love you too, honey. But it was only recently that Hades was able to break the shackles that your father placed on my soul. I don't know how he did it, but Hades found a way to free my soul.
Hades pulls out a cracked orb.
By sacrificing a small portion of this.
Hades, no, we talked about this. You need to save all you can so that we can free Apollon and bring him back.
I know, but I overheard Anthony when they came down here to ask for your blood. They sought your counsel. I know I had to do something. I just can't leave you bound by what that monster did to us. I need to free you both. Especially so he can meet her.
Hades looks over at Medusa.
Me? What? How?
Medusa, Apollon is also your father. You share both of our blood. You were born the night he died. I knew I wanted to save a part of him, so I used the flame of the underworld, a drop of my blood, the orb, and I sought out a goddess from a far-off land. I mentioned her once, but her name is Atabe. She's the goddess of life in her realm, which they call Borinquen. I pleaded my case, and even with death being bound to me, she brought you to life. She gave me a beautiful baby girl.
Dad, why didn't you tell me?
I had to keep you safe. I could not let Zeus learn of your existence, or else you'd be dead too. I will not let him take any more from me.
Why couldn't that goddess free Apollon? I mean, Dad?
It's not that easy to bring back someone who is not dead yet. He's trapped in limbo. In this orb.
Oh, great. More family reunions, but still no answers.
Listen here, Crow. You are part of this family, like it or not. You all are. I don't care what Zeus has said to you, but I vow to free Apollon and Emily. I will bring Zeus to justice. He has lied to us all and hurt those we care for. Every time we suffer, it is due to him.
How do we know if I don't even know my true family?
I will help you figure this out too. He has twisted everything and I am done with it.
The underworld begins to rumble.
Damn it! He's on the move. Please understand, I'm here to help. He's attacking the barriers I set up, but they will not hold long. Cerberus! Come here! It is time.
Howling is heard, and the Hall of the Lost closes with the warriors, Medusa, Emily, and Hades inside. Everything begins to glow, and they all hear an explosion.
What is going on?
The underworld is lost, and I'm taking us to a safe location, far away from here, to a place Zeus would not even dare to go.
Just then, the hall reappears deep inside a cave.
Well, I guess welcome to the Island of the Dead, everyone.
What is this place?
It's somewhere where people go to die besides hell.
And I hope demons, too.
Medusa hears Samantha and turns around and hisses at her.
Anyway, you were saying?
Dad, go on before I start turning a certain pain in the butt into stone.
I swear I have better luck dealing with the harpies than I do listening to you lot. We need to stick together if we hope to see the light of day again.
Well, if you would get to the point, then these know-it-alls will listen.
I swear you're giving me such a headache. This island is a safe haven for those who die, as Medusa said, but it is different than the others. This place exists in the world of the living. This means these spirits are free to continue living without the fear of dying.
So, why won't Zeus come here?
Because he is not aware it exists. The only way to be brought here is by an invitation from me or my dad.
You can call this my pet project. A way to give mortals a way to face death, but also continue living. A loophole, if you will. Why do you think I kept showing up and sending my forces to face you? It was all to collect information for this island.
Oh, so now you're a scientist.
Joke all you want, but as you can see, I saved you. Now we need to get ready to head back to the underworld, or at least what's left of it. You have a choice to either join me in this fight, or stay here where it's safe. Just know that once you leave here, you cannot return without myself or Medusa.
As much as I am still confused, I trust you.
And I trust Abigail.
What a drag. I guess I have to trust you two now.
I guess I'm in too.
I am keeping an eye on you, but I stand with the team.
Emily, please rest here and take this orb. I cannot risk Zeus getting a hold of it.
Of course. I will keep the orb safe.
Okay, it is time to head back. But before we leave, stand together. I'm gifting you with the token of my thanks.
The flame from the hall burns bright again and shoots out, engulfing the warriors, Cal, and Medusa.
With this flame, if you ever feel weak and in danger, it will create a one-time shield of flames. Use it wisely. Cerberus, I call upon you. Bring us home.
End of part 1.